Mr. Davis was part of the executive team that brought the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to Universal Orlando. The estimated cost of all you see behind me is $265 million. This attraction and land also meant attendance turnaround with an astounding 68% increase in guests to Universal Orlando. This also meant a financial turnaround, which the year before this was built in 2010, they lost an estimated $36 million. In the first quarter of Harry Potter being open, they turned that around and gained $45 million. And they're currently working on the much anticipated Harry Potter 2 that features a one-of-a-kind train attraction that takes guests between the two parks. It's a very smart strategical move for Universal Orlando because it allows them to upsell the guests to a two-park pass as opposed to just buying the cheaper one-park pass.
One thing Bill talked about was kaizen, which is a Japanese word that which means to go there. So essentially what that means is when he has a problem out in the park, whether it's a ride breaking down or a roller coaster stuck at the top of a hill, instead of just getting on the phone and talking to people about what's going on, he likes to get up out of his office and go see what's happening. So I think that says a lot about him as a leader, that he's not afraid to get up off his desk and go out and work with the people that work for him. And he said he's not doing that to check up on people or to look over their shoulder. He wants to show them that what they're doing is important. Important enough for him, the president of the company, to go out and see what's going on. So I think that ties back to his management by wandering around, that he's not afraid to get up out of his office and go see the people that work with him. One thing that Bill did talk to us about was managing by wandering around. Essentially what that means is not being too caught up in your office as an upper executive or as a leader, but being willing to go out and see people. He kind of looked at it just two ways. He said on Saturdays he actually likes to come into the parks like we are today and just walk around and get a feel and watch his staff members interact with customers, watching customers consume products. And he also uses this when he's in the office. Photo bomb! Got a photo bomb! He also does this when he's in the office, instead of having everybody come to him. If he's a guy who wants to talk to somebody, he doesn't require everybody to come to his office. He likes to go out, see people where they're working, talk to them where they're working. I think this really means probably a lot to his employees, that they don't feel like they have to cater to him, but they're able to work to him on almost like the same level.
Bill has a philosophy of living where you work. You might have to move around a little bit, but you can't confine yourself to one area to find a job. You might have to move across the United States to find a good job, which he did when he took a managerial job in Ohio. He had to move away from the beautiful state of California just to get a promotion. He also has the philosophy that it doesn't have to be his way or the highway. Sometimes you need to surround yourself with good team members that can contribute to the success of your team. Bill also has a philosophy of doing a good job at your current job. You can't always be totally focused on your next job and your promotion. Sometimes you have to focus on what you're doing at the moment, and that will gain you a promotion in the future. Bill also has a philosophy of managing in all directions. Sometimes you have to manage up, sometimes you have to manage down, and sometimes you have to manage laterally. It just depends on the time and place to decipher which is the best management style.
We asked Bill how did he get where he is today, and he named several different reasons how he got to the position he's at now. First of all, he said it was working hard. That was one of the top reasons why he has become the COO of Universal Orlando. He also gives credit to his mentor throughout his entire career, Jan Schultz. He still actually keeps in touch with him today. Another reason that he said how he got to where he is today is luck. He said, just like in football, the ball happens to bounce your way, you just got to take advantage of the situation. And lastly, he attributes his success to taking risks. That was one of his main points in our interview with him. He said that his whole world as a photographer, taking pictures of Shamu, and they actually had fired him due to the energy crisis. They came back and offered him a job in the sales department. Jan Schultz actually offered him a job there, and he said, you know what, I gotta pay the bills, I'm gonna take risks, and I'm gonna do it.
Find out what you'd like to do, and then do it. And there's nothing worse than being in a job or being with a company that you're not happy with. You take it from somebody, who's been around the block a few times, and I'm now the oldest guy in the room for the most part. I used to be the youngest guy in the room. But now in the boardroom, I'm the oldest guy in the room. Do what you want. Do what you enjoy doing. Don't be with a company that you can't work hard for. Don't be doing something that you don't want to do, that you're not happy with.